It's got an orbility system. Actually, it's ticketless. It's an orbility system, and it's actually ticketless. This is the lifts at the Coppergate Centre car park in York. These used to be Orenstein and Koppel lifts with ILE, and this is the original call station. They've been replaced with McPaus's MP Classic lifts. We're going to go in the new lift first. This one was only installed a few months ago.
Doors are closing.
Door close button does work like that.
This lift is moving up.
Capacity 16 persons, 1250 kilos, replaced a few months ago in 2022. And the first mod was in 2003. I don't know when it was built. The original
Floor
lift.
2.
Hurrah 2.
Doors opening.
Back down to G.
Doors are closing. This lift is moving down.
We're going to go in the other lift when we get back down to G. Well, it's a bit wobbly. And it's only a few months old and it's starting to have a few issues.
Floor.
It's a MP Classic lift. Used to be an O&K lift.
Doors opening.
Very slow to level. I'm going to ride this one now. The previous lift, the call station was for both lifts, but now it's two separate call stations for two separate lifts, which is a bit inefficient really.
Doors are closing. This lift is moving up. Floor 1. Doors opening. Doors are closing.
It's got a Zeta motor as well.
This lift is moving up.
Capacity 16 persons, 1250 kilos, replaced in 2022. This one was installed first though.
Doors opening.
Back down to G.
Doors are closing.
Door close button does work like that. It's got Dewhurst buttons for an MP lift as well. That's interesting. It's not too bad, this lift, but it's a bit cheap though. This one's a bit wobbly as well. The numbering for M is actually F, but the button is M, but the other lift is correct.
Ground floor.
Hurrah G. And that's it. This is the lift at Fenwick in York. This used to be the call station.
Going down. Please mind the door. Doors closing.
Capacity 16 persons, 1,200 kilos, modernised in 2017. Used to be an express, then it was a Thyssen, and now it's been modernised with Leicester Thyssen Krupp. Second mod was in 2017. It was a refurbishment.
Lower ground floor.
It's got the same indicator as the lifts at Newlands in Kettering. Go back up to
Doors
G.
opening. Going up. Please mind the doors. Doors closing. Going up.
Whoa. I think it's hydraulic.
Ground floor.
Wow, that's bumpy. Here are G, and that's it. This is the lift at Primark in York. It's a Koenigsegg disc lift. Door close button does work like that. Capacity 26 persons, 2,000 kilos. Built in 2016. Here we are 2, go back down to G.
Going down.
Here we are back at G.
Doors closing.
Door close button does work like that. This is the lift at Malmason in York. Can only ride it 2 floors, but because someone got in the lift, we managed to go up to floor 5. It's a Koenigsegg disc lift. Capacity 9 persons, 680 kilos. Built in 2019.
Lower ground.
Here we are at lower ground. Go back up to G.
Going up.
This is the lift at Tanner Row Car Park in York. It's got a advanced digital lift controls indicator. It's got a micro Dewhurst button as well. Here it is.
Going up.
It used to be an Evans. It's been modernised by Concept with digital lift controls and an ILE voice, old ILE voice. Capacity 8 persons, 6 to 8 kilos.
Floor 3.
We're at 3, go back down to G.
Doors open. Going down. Please mind the doors. Doors closing. Going down.
That's the original ILE voice, but it's got a digital lift controls indicator. A&A isn't A&A, it's digital lift controls. Now it's known as digital advanced, so it's a bit confusing. We are back at G.
Doors.
This is the lift at Marks and Spencer in York City Centre.
Going up. Please mind the door. Doors closing.
This used to be
Going up.
Cone TMS lift. It's been refurbished by Jackson with Leicester. It's very identical to the lifts at Newlands in Kettering. Capacity 26 persons, 2,000 kilos, modernised in
Floor 3.
2016.
Doors opening. Going down. Please mind the doors. Doors closing. Going down.
It's got Leicester controls. Very boring lift. I think the original one might have been better.
Ground floor.
We are back at G, and that's it. This is the lift at Urban Outfitters in York. We'll go to basement. This used to be an unknown lift. It's been modernised by ThyssenKrupp with ILE. Capacity 11 persons, 900 kilos, modernised in 2012. We're at basement. The numbering is incorrect. Back up to G. Got incorrect floor numbering with the indicator. We are back at G. Actually, this is the wrong floor as well. It's lower ground we want, not G. That's a staff only floor, but it's been classed as an exit floor. And lower ground is this side. What a weird lift. This is the lift at Lakeland in York. It's a Curti lift. Capacity 6 persons, 450 kilos. It's got lots of mirrors. Back down to G. Two staff only. We are back at G. This is the lift at H&M in York. Door close button does work like that. Koenig disc lift. Capacity 8 persons, 630 kilos, built in 2005. Unfortunately, the lift in Zara was broken, but it was moving, but the door didn't open. Basement's locked. This is the lift at W.H. Smith in York.
Doors closing.
Door close button does work like that.
Lift going up.
This used to be a Pickering's lift. It's been replaced with a concept with Hydraware. Capacity 8
First
persons.
floor.
8 persons, 6 to 8 kilos.
Doors opening. Doors closing.
It's got hydroware.
Lift going down.
Concept. Hydroware concept lift. Used to be a Pickering's.
Basement floor. Sales and post office. Doors
Right, G.
opening. Doors closing.
There it goes, and that's it. This is the lift at Next in York City Centre. It's going to be in Oakland. Up to 2. Capacity 8 persons, 6 to 8 kilos. Built in 2002, I think. It's in Oakland. We are at 2, go back down to G.
Second floor. Mind the door, please.
The door close button is broken. That's why it doesn't work. It's broken. It's a noisy lift. Very noisy lift. I don't know what that noise is. We are back at G. And that's it.
Ground. Doors closing. Please mind the doors.
This is the lift at Waterstones in York. It used to be an old Stanner lift. It's been replaced with a Jackson with new lift.
First floor. Doors opening. Doors closing. Please mind
Door close button does work like that. Capacity 8 persons, 6 to 8 kilos, built in 1995, replaced in 2014. We are back at G. This is the lift at Superdry in York. Gonna go up to 2. No, 1 I mean. Door close button does work like that. It's a Network Electrovitoria lift. Capacity 16 persons, 1250 kilos. Year made is 2001 I think. It's the door on the left on 1. Down to G. It's a Electrovitoria lift installed by Network. We are back at G. There it goes. This is the lift at Flannels in York. Door close button does not work. It's a Kleeman Paragon lift. Capacity 8 persons, 6 to 8 kilos. Year made 2019. Here we are at 1. Go back down to G. It's got Schaefer buttons. It's a Kleeman lift, but it's got Schaefer buttons. Don't think this is traction. We are back at G. And that's it. This is the lift at Dykeman in York. This used to be a advanced lift. It's been rebranded by Nova and it's got ILE. Capacity 8 persons, 630 kilos, modernised in 2020. This used to be a gap. It's had the inner buttons replaced and it's been rebranded. It's the same lift, but it's just had a few tweaks. We are back at G. This is the lift at Boys in York.
This lift is going up. Doors closing.
It's an old Oakland lift with a digital advanced mod. It's hydraulic. Capacity 10 persons, 750 kilos. It used to have 70s Dewhurst buttons, but more recently the buttons have been replaced with horrible DMG. Back down to G.
This lift is going down. Doors closing.
These doors are very, very slow. Very slow.
Floor
We
0.
are back at G, and that's it. This is the lift at Brown's in York. It's a very nice old Otis. Capacity 8 persons, 630 kilos, built in the 50s. It's a very old Otis lift. Here are one. Back down to G. It's a very bumpy lift. Wow. It's an old Otis. Whoa, here we are at G. This is a retake of the old Otis lift at Brown's in York. Capacity 8 persons, 680 kilos, built in the 50s. This lift is still going strong. It's a very nice lift, apart from the bumps. The door doesn't close on the ground floor. It's got uneven bit on the first floor. Here we are at G. And the door doesn't close. And that's it. So when you get to the exit, it reads the license plate and then you go off. Off we go. It's ticketless.